curtain will soon fall on days of high-level dialogue, diplomacy and partnership. The 47th ASEAN Summit and related summits hosted under Malaysia's chairmanship. And over the past week, Kuala Lumpur has been the center of ASEAN's collective spirit, where leaders reaffirm their shared vision of resilient, innovative, and people-centered ASEAN. Discussions have covered areas ranging from economic integration and digital transformation to sustainable energy, food security, and regional stability, all under the theme inclusivity and sustainability. The theme of Malaysia's ASEAN Chairmanship 2025 reflects the aspiration for truly shared progress, ensuring that no one is left behind. It underscores the conviction that ASEAN is committed towards strengthening regional peace, stability and prosperity within an inclusive, sustainable and future-oriented framework. And Malaysia's main priorities as the chair of ASEAN in 2025 can be summarized as to strengthen ASEAN centrality by promoting strategic trust among nations through sustained dialogues, diplomacy and goodwill, and working together with member states. Malaysia seeks to forge and expand our economic partnerships with those beyond our borders, and also to push for greater commitment towards enhancing ASEAN intra-trade and investment. And in this matter, Malaysia will also ensure that ASEAN will be able to leverage on advances in sciences, technology and innovation, harness the benefits of digital transformation and new technologies, and also to ensure that the elements of inclusivity and sustainability, which is the theme for ASEAN Malaysia Chairmanship 2025, take center stage in our regional community building efforts. And this will entail greater efforts at narrowing the development gap and inequalities, improving living standards, while mitigating the impacts of climate change. Inclusivity and sustainability are interdependent and mutually reinforcing values. The element of inclusivity and sustainability will be embedded across all three pillars of ASEAN cooperation. And after days of meaningful deliberations, bilateral engagement and shared commitments, this final ceremony marks the culmination of Malaysia's chairmanship of ASEAN 2025. And the stage before us glows with the emblem of ASEAN, a symbol of unity and friendship that continues to define this region. And in just a few moments, we will welcome the heads of state and government of ASEAN into the hall as we celebrate the spirit of partnership that has guided these historic meetings. And from Kuala Lumpur, the heart of ASEAN this year, we invite you to stay with us as we witness the closing moments of this extraordinary journey and the ceremonial handover of ASEAN's chairmanship to the Republic of the Philippines for the year 2026. And now, as we await for the arrival of the heads of state and government to the plenary hall, the atmosphere is rich with the harmony of the gamelan ensemble, blending the grace of tradition with the prestige of diplomacy. With traditional instruments, it blends together to bring joy to the atmosphere. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now take a moment to simply enjoy the music, the graceful rhythm of traditional musical instruments, a sound deeply rooted in our region's heritage.
Ada? Okay.
A truly fitting atmosphere here in the plenary hall as we await for the arrival of ASEAN heads of state and government for the closing ceremony of the 47th ASEAN Summit. A timeless classic by the late Tan Sri Ramli, Getaran Jiwa embodies the beauty of art emotion, and the spirit of togetherness, values that transcend borders just as ASEAN does. Now the arrival of His Majesty and His Royal Highness of Brunei Darussalam.
Balikkan tengok dah balik bang. Tadi apa? Dekat hati klik lah.
And as the music flows gracefully through the plenary hall, we are reminded that beneath all diplomacy and dialogue, it is our shared humanity, the vibrations of the soul that unite us as one community. A beautiful moment of reflection, a celebration of culture and connection here in Kuala Lumpur before the official closing of the 47th ASEAN Summit.
Majesty, Your Royal Highness, Excellencies, we will commence our event shortly.
Another arrivals of heads of states and heads of governments of ASEAN. Now the arrival of Prime Minister of Malaysia, Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim. Accompanied by the rhythmic beats of the kompang, Prime Minister of Malaysia make his entrance to the plenary hall.
Announcing the arrival of the heads of state and government of ASEAN.
To commence today's ceremony, please remain standing for the ASEAN anthem.
Raise our flag high, sky high, and raise the pride in our hearts. ASEAN, we are bonded as one, looking out to the world. For peace, our goal from the very start, and prosperity to
The ASEAN Way, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
For your information, these talented kids are from the Chempaka International School. They were crowned the gold medalists at the World Choral Cup in Spain last year, and just earlier this month, they bagged the championship title in the children's choir category at the African Asia Pacific Choir Games in Mauritius. Congratulations to our lovely singers. Thank you. Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the closing ceremony of the 47th ASEAN Summit and related summits and the handing over of the ASEAN chairmanship to the Republic of the Philippines.
Throughout 2025, Malaysia's ASEAN chairmanship has been guided by the theme inclusivity and sustainability. Let us take a look at the key milestones and achievements under Malaysia's leadership during this remarkable year. Please turn your attention to the screen for a short video presentation.
2025 has been a year of turning points, a time of geopolitical shifts, economic realignment, and rapid technological change. Through it all, Malaysia has steered ASEAN with conviction and purpose. We have drawn the region closer and carried it forward. At this defining moment, ASEAN has stood firm, stronger as one. At the heart of Malaysia's chairmanship lies the theme, inclusivity and sustainability. It is about forging a community where every voice soars and no one is left behind, where we secure the long-term well-being of our peoples. Together, we have built new partnerships, deepened those that endure, and kept ASEAN's centrality as our compass. We have sown the seeds of a lasting legacy with ASEAN 2045, our shared future, a strategic vision for future generations. This has been a year of significance, defined by progress and purpose. Through quiet resolve, we have bridged divides and fostered dialogue. We have reinforced ASEAN's place as the cornerstone of regional architecture. We opened a new chapter by admitting Timor-Leste as ASEAN's 11th member. This reaffirms our founding vision for a united, cohesive, and forward-looking Southeast Asia. We have advanced ASEAN's geo-economic agenda by reinforcing our single market and deepening ties with key partners, supercharging our path towards becoming the world's fourth largest economy by 2030. We continue to press ahead on vital fronts, building climate resilience, deepening our digital economy, and connecting the energy grid. Malaysia's chairmanship now culminates in ASEAN's largest and most high-profile gathering of leaders to date, an assembly of the world's principal centers of power and influence. This has been a year where ASEAN proved its resilience, a year when trust held, cooperation deepened, and our voice was heard with greater strength and clarity on the world stage. As our chairmanship draws to a close, Malaysia reflects with pride on the journey we have taken together.
Looking ahead, I have confidence that ASEAN can chart our future with foresight, with confidence and determination. I am confident that the aspirations of ASEAN, of peace, of justice, of prosperity shared by all will endure for generations to come.
Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is now our honor to invite the Honorable Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia and Chair of ASEAN 2025, to deliver his closing remarks. The Honorable, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Berduli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku Sultan, Ketua Negara, rekan-rekan saya muliakan, satu penghormatan luar biasa kepada negara Malaysia tercinta untuk menakhodai ASEAN 2025. Pada hari ini, kita akan labuh tabir untuk tahun ini, dan tahun depan, rakan saya, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr akan mengambil alih. Your Highness, leaders of ASEAN, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, oh, what a relief. We have come to the close of the 47th ASEAN Summit and related summits. It has been a privilege to host Your Majesty and leaders here in Kuala Lumpur through these intense and illuminating exchanges. In today's world, where constancy is a rare virtue, Shakespeare warns us against being passion's slave and urges us that we should be governed by reason, to be steadfast amid the stirrings and frenzies of the hour. That must be ASEAN's way if we are to endure. We also take quiet satisfaction in seeing conversations unfold among partners and powers beyond these walls. We revived dialogues, built new bridges, and proved that ASEAN's missionary, when guided by patience and reason, still works. We recognize that no chairmanship, not even a generation, can right every wrong. Some crises will persist. Some lives remain shadowed by fear and want. Yet history seldom leaps. It bends slowly through the will, labor, and sheer stubbornness of those who refuse to despair. I salute you, leaders, because you refuse to despair. What matters is that each act of courage, each small step helps to arc our region closer to hope and justice. I therefore thank again, from the bottom of my heart, to every member state, our dialogue partners, and the ASEAN Secretariat, Dr. Kao, for their perseverance, patience, and cooperation. Without their steadfast support, purpose will have spoken loudly but achieved little. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, on the first day of 2026, ASEAN will begin a new chapter. This evening, it is my honor to mark that transition and to ceremonially hand over the chairmanship to the Republic of the Philippines. To my friend Bombong, good luck. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr, as you assume this responsibility, I have every confidence that under your steady hand, ASEAN will continue to act with clarity, composure, and that warmth and poise for which the Filipino people are known. As Jose Rizal wrote in El Filibusterismo, it is a useless life that is not consecrated to a great ideal. It is like a stone wasted on the field without becoming part of any edifice. The great Wanderlust Malay, the Filipino and ASEAN hero Jose Rizal. Before I conclude, allow me to express my deepest gratitude to the officials, volunteers, and partners whose devotion, stamina, and professionalism have made this chairmanship possible. I also wish to thank the people of Malaysia for their patience and generosity throughout this demanding year. You, fellow Malaysians, welcome our guests with warmth. Adapted to every disruption, and reminded the region that hospitality is not just our custom, but our character. In your hands, thousands, from the airport to the police on the ground, duty became service, and service became love of the country. In the eyes of the world, you have shown the best of Malaysia. Terima kasih. With that, I declare the 47th ASEAN Summit and related summits closed. Thank you.
Thank you, Datuk Sri, for the remarks. May we kindly invite Datuk Sri to remain on the stage, please. We now invite His Excellency Ferdinand Marcos Jr, President of the Republic of the Philippines, to join the Prime Minister of Malaysia on stage for the handing over of the ASEAN Chairmanship.
The gavel symbolizes the authority and responsibility of the ASEAN Chairmanship, a commitment to unity, cooperation, and shared prosperity among all ASEAN member states. Let us now witness the handing over of the ASEAN Chairmanship from Malaysia to the Republic of the Philippines.
Congratulations to the Republic of the Philippines, the ASEAN Chair for 2026. We kindly invite His Excellency President Ferdinand Marcos Jr to remain on stage, and the Honourable Prime Minister of Malaysia to kindly return to your seat. And it is now my honour to pass it over to you, sir, on the microphone.
Please take note they took the gavel away from me immediately. I think it means I'm still on probation. The Honourable Dato' Seri Anwar bin Ibrahim, fellow ASEAN leaders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Let me begin by congratulating Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim for a successful chairship of ASEAN and for advancing ASEAN's broader agenda under the theme, inclusivity and sustainability. This year, Malaysia steered ASEAN with clarity and conviction. I commend not only Your Excellency's leadership, but also the steady hands and warm hospitality of the government of Malaysia. You have shown us that ASEAN makes the greatest strides when vision is matched with pragmatism. As your chairship concludes, the Philippines is honored to take on the responsibility of leading ASEAN from 2026. We are committed to carrying forward your momentum and to implement on its first year the ASEAN Community Vision 2045 with purpose and resolve. We likewise remain dedicated to facilitating the further integration of Timor-Leste into the ASEAN family. I also wish to recognize the indispensable role of the ASEAN Secretariat. Your steadfast commitment and support to the chair have been vital for ASEAN's continued success. We look forward to working closely with you in the months ahead as we bring the priorities of the Philippines and, of course, that of ASEAN to realization. Your Majesty, Excellencies, ASEAN is our ship, and 2026 will be the year when we set full sail together towards our shared horizon, guided by the theme, navigating our future together. The Philippines will continue to fortify our peace and security anchors strengthen our prosperity corridors, and advance people empowerment. These main priorities will serve as our compass, guiding ASEAN towards a future where peace, prosperity, and people remain at the heart of all that we say and all that we do. This reflects not just our aspirations, but our resolve to ensure that ASEAN's integration agenda translates into real opportunities for businesses to grow, for communities to thrive, and for progress to be inclusive, sustainable, and shared by all. In 2017, the Philippines steered ASEAN in consolidating its gains over the past 50 years. In 2026, as we commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation, we will continue to champion peace and stability through dialogue, adherence to international law, and enhanced cooperation on traditional and non-traditional security issues. Our chairship arrives at a defining moment for ASEAN, one marked by both promise and complexity. For though the tides of change may be unpredictable, our compass must remain constant, anchored in cooperation. It must be oriented toward maintaining a stable and secure region, built upon a shared vision of an open, inclusive, transparent, and rules-based ASEAN regional architecture. With the Philippines at the helm, we will continue to ensure that ASEAN and ASEAN-led mechanisms and processes remain central. We, as ASEAN, will stand firm as the institution that serves as the driving force behind the region's evolving landscape. Our goal is not to diverge from past chairships, but to build upon the collective work of our predecessors. As we pledge our sustained commitment as chair, we likewise hope our vision will be shared amongst all ASEAN member states, the Secretariat, and all our external partners. It is in this spirit that I warmly invite you all to the Philippines. With our collective resolve, let us navigate into our future together. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your inspiring remark. We would like kindly invite His Excellency President of the Republic of the Philippines to return to his seat. To mark the beginning of the Philippines ASEAN Chairmanship 2026, please direct your attention to the screen for a brief video presentation.
50 years ago, ASEAN's founding members signed the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia, the TAC, a bold vision for peace built on trust, dialogue, and mutual respect, marked a significant turning point. This treaty changed everything from 5 nations to 11, from regional partnerships to global influence. Today, more than 50 countries have acceded to the TAC, making it one of the world's most successful peace frameworks. The Philippines, being the first to sign and ratify the treaty, helped write the story, and now we guide its next chapter. As we commemorate 50 years of the TAC in 2026, we carry on the vision for global peace and stability. ASEAN 2026 will be proudly chaired by the Philippines, an archipelagic nation of over 7,600 islands, united by shared waters and the spirit of bayanihan. For generations, we have navigated challenges together, building bridges across distances, cultures, and differences, celebrating our diversity as a people, and one in our shared vision of a peaceful and prosperous nation. Just as our islands are bound by the same seas, ASEAN brings together 11 nations, over 700 million people, the world's 5th largest economy poised to become the 4th largest by 2030. Bound by geography, common objectives, and a shared destiny, united under one vision, one identity, and one caring and sharing community. What unites our archipelagic nation also unites our region, the power of charting our course together towards shared horizons. Together, we navigate our future. We will build stronger foundations for peace and security. The Philippines will anchor regional stability through dialogue, maritime cooperation, strengthen defenses, and mutually beneficial cooperation against emerging threats on land, at sea, and even cyberspace. Prosperity will reach every corner of ASEAN. With the Philippines at the helm, we will accelerate digital transformation, strengthen economic security, and champion the creative industries. Under Philippine chairship, ASEAN will stand united in its diversity, agile in response to challenges, innovative in seizing opportunities, and resolute in being a consequential force for good in the global community. Together, we anchor peace, build prosperity corridors, and empower our people for a future that honors our past while seizing tomorrow's opportunities.
Mabuhay! Welcome to the Philippines. Welcome to ASEAN 2026.
Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, as we welcome the Republic of the Philippines as the ASEAN Chair for 2026, we hereby conclude the closing ceremony of the 47th ASEAN Summit and related summits.
Announcing the departure of the heads of state and government of ASEAN, we kindly request that all other guests to remain seated to allow heads of state and government of ASEAN to exit the plenary hall first. I'm your MC, Yasmin Hani, and my co-MC,
Adam Carruthers.
Thank you.
Terima kasih, and jumpa lagi.
For all the journalists to remain in the hall for the press conference. Thank you.
And with that, we conclude a remarkable chapter of regional cooperation, the 47th ASEAN Summit and related summits here in Kuala Lumpur. To all delegates, thank you for believing in Malaysia, for your friendship, dialogue, and commitment to peace and prosperity in our region. To our viewers and members of the media, thank you very much for journeying with us through every moment of this extraordinary summit week. From the International Broadcast Centre in Kuala Lumpur, bidding you farewell, terima kasih, and jumpa lagi in ASEAN 2026 in Philippines. Assalamualaikum.